Hey team, today we are talking about following and closing. These are two very important parts of the process because if you don't close, you're not going to get anybody started on their health and fitness journey, and if you don't follow up, it's going to be really hard to close. So let's start with following up. If you don't follow up with someone, if you don't check in, it's not going to happen. People are not going to reach back out to you. At least it's pretty rare. So when you reach out to someone and you start a conversation, then you perhaps invite them to your group or invite them to look into something. If you're not tracking it, and you're not following up, it's not going to go anywhere. So my first tip for this would be to have a tracking system, whether you use pen and paper, whether you use Excel, whether you use your business activity tracker, a contact list, something you found from YouTube. Find a method that works for you and keep track of your conversations. Keep notes so you can remember what you guys talked about. And then make sure you follow up, especially if you set a day to follow up, make sure you follow up. Once you do follow up, you are going to have to, at some point, ask them to make a commitment. And you're gonna feel this out as you're having the conversation. You want them to be excited by the time you're gonna say, okay, here's the link, or can I get your email so I can send you this, because you can use the Coach mobile app, or you can send them your link. But you want to make sure they're excited. So as you're having that conversation with them, you need to gauge them. Like, do you think you can make 30 minutes for this? Are you excited? What makes you think now is the right time? And really see if their answers are like, yes, I'm 100% in. This needs to happen now. I can't live this way anymore. Stuff like that. That's when you say, okay, I'm going to send you this link, or I'm going to send you this email. Let me know if you have any questions with it. I'm going to follow back up with you tomorrow. And what are you going to do tomorrow? You're going to follow back up with them, but you have to be willing to ask for that commitment. Ask for them to say, yes, I'm ready to do this for myself. You have to be willing to do that. If you're not, it's probably not going to happen. So that's one of the most important, not one of the most, but that's really important, is following up and asking for that commitment, and then following up again and again and again. My assignment for you guys today is to craft some scripts. And it's not that we're always going to be scripted, but it's good for you to have some things in your toolbox when you're getting objections, when you're getting people excited that you're going to say, and share it with us so we can work through it, and share it with us so we can work through it with you. It can be something you found using GoPro. It can be something you thought of on your own. Share it with us and we'll work through it with you. Because even though we shouldn't be scripted, it's important to, when we get stuck or stumped or aren't sure what to say, to have something to look at to help us keep going. So that's your assignment today. Share with us some sort of script, whether it's the, wow, you sound really ready. I am so excited to have you join me. I'm going to send you this link. Do you think you can have this order in by tomorrow? Or I'll check in with you tomorrow to make sure your order went through. Or I'll check in with you tomorrow and send you our prep week assignments. Or I'll check in with you tomorrow. Something like that, okay? Cool? So that's your call to action today. Create something that you're gonna say that's either asking for a commitment or a follow-up message like, hey, I haven't heard back from you. I hope everything's okay. Did you have a chance to look at something? Okay, so I just wanna see a script. And if you've had one of these conversations with someone, share that with us too, okay? Thanks, guys.